Tucci, and you are watching Gov's Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes, this is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Tony, welcome to Gov.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
All right, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead Radio Show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
Hi, thank you so much. Tony Walker in the house.
Yeah, he's the only one screaming, but I like him. He's good.
Yes, Tony Walker.
I like Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker's really good.
Tony Walker's all right, too.
Tony, I love you. Tony's got half of ass. Some say that it's made of glass. He fell on it one August day. Broke his ass in many ways. Humpty Dumpty had a fall. Tony Walker was the wall. Had an issue with his leg. Now he thinks he's egg. He ate an egg. My friend Tony Walker. I'll punch you right in the freaking eye. It's not you, Tony. I can never punch you because I love you too much. I can't punch somebody like you. And you can't even run after me. It's not even a fair fight. It's not even fair. All right? Tough guy? Tony, Tony, you're a phony baloney. I'm gonna cry. Tony, you're the best. You're hysterical.
Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. Welcome to the Knockem Day Comedy Show. We're getting ready for the weekend, the big weekend. You guys, some of you guys have been celebrating Passover. Some of us are celebrating Easter. Getting ready for the big weekend. Thanks for joining us today. The Knockem Day Comedy Show coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club on Gov's Comedy Club podcast. Please, you're probably watching on YouTube. Please share the link to the YouTube show and tell everybody you know about all the great shows here on Gov's Comedy Club podcast. Hope you enjoyed Coffee with the Dog this morning, and now you're stuck with us. And we have Rosie. She'll be here any second. And then around 11:30, comedian Joe Pontillo will be hanging out with us. Always a fun time picking on Joe. He's a good boy. So that's what's happening around here today. As I said, Rosie should be here any minute, and we'll find out what's happening in her world. I don't know if things have calmed down for her or what, but we will find out. We will definitely find out what's happening with Rosie today. And I hear the door opening right now. I hear it. I don't hear her. Oh, and there she is. Hi. Hello. How are you? Good. Yeah? I like your shirt.
Thank you. I want to be colorful today.
That's, what's that artist's name? I forget his
Keith
name.
Haring.
That's it. That's the one.
So we got Joe coming in.
Joe Pontillo will be here around 11:30.
Perfect.
And that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've done some shows with Joe.
No,
right?
I just met him at a show recently.
Oh, do you have a show planned with him or something?
Well,
I thought you
have
guys
a funny
had something.
story about his show tonight.
His show tonight, okay.
He had asked me to be on it, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be ready with the fire and stuff.
Sure.
And I really, because it's right down the block for me, I wanted to be able to have my friends come.
Yeah, of
and
course.
Everybody's away.
Well, right, the
You know?
holiday, right.
So I said, you know what? If I'm going to be there right down the block and it's going to be his show, I want to have a lot of people I know go.
No go.
Not do it on a week when everybody I know isn't around.
Oh, so you turned him down?
Well, yeah, because again, I didn't know it.
So is he going to be mad when he walks in here?
No.
He's like, fuck you, Rosie.
And then he said I could do May, but May I have a show that night. So I said, I'll do June.
Oh, okay.
And he said, that's great. So
perfect.
I have time to maybe write some fire jokes.
Well, Ziegler can turn Cantor into some good jokes. So
yeah, and you know what I think is great? Ziegler has jokes about saying yes to the dress when his fiance was shopping.
Yes,
and it's so great because it's
so he should give those jokes to you.
I want those jokes because I do have my own version of how people act with the signs in the store, but now it's Ziegler's. When I saw his shit, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
What does he know?
It's fucking Ziegler. He's got the whole thing on Long Island. He's got the lockdown, and then he's got those jokes.
Mother jokes, yeah. All right. So what is the latest? Everything calming down or what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Still fighting, or still.
I walk away from the bitches. I
Yeah.
have to because I'm going to say
Okay.
terrible things.
It's amazing, like how heartless can you be? They just had a fire, for crying out loud.
It was like the next day. You know what? If she would have come in this week, totally different Rosie.
Is she? But is she still carrying on?
No, she actually called Jenny, my assistant, who one of the last things I said to them was, you know what? I'm going to have you work with Jenny because she's a lot nicer than I am.
You said that? She's a lot nicer. And that's been going all right? Jenny's been handling the bitch?
Yes. And she just called yesterday to just see how things were going. I go, what do you mean things are going? And Jenny was like, all right. And I go, her dress is on order. She's getting a new one. Jenny goes, she wasn't talking about the dress. She was asking like how we're doing. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. All right. Other than that, though, is it things are
settling?
Yeah.
Every day we get a little bit more done.
What's going on down there?
I got to get my book because I can't remember shit. So I got to look at what's going on with this week, last week.
Insurance driving you guys crazy? Or?
No, thank God
that's
the
good.
adjuster's good. Yeah, they kick some things back, but he's like, really? Nah, no.
There's a lot going on in there.
There's a lot of things in here.
Is that a new puppet?
No, it should be though. I have to tell you, bring up the puppets because I want.
Bring up the what to Joe?
No, to anybody.
Oh,
to the
puppets.
Audience.
Puppets. Puppets. I don't know what's going on. Puppets. I'm bringing up puppets
Bring
to
up
you
the
guys.
Puppets. Bring up the puppets.
I got a lot of great feedback about, speaking of the puppets, a lot of great feedback about having Cole in here.
Really?
Yeah, people were saying, "Oh, he was so cute," and for somebody who didn't want to be on, he kept like sneaking behind you, and he would just do like a little thing, and then he'd run back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. He was cool.
Yeah. Oh, my mother loved it.
Oh, really? Cool. That's nice.
She was like, I gotta send this to people and they could see my grandson. He's so great. He's my grandson. I was like, what are your fucking daughter? Yeah, all the time.
You don't count anymore. It's grandchildren.
No. Yeah.
I don't know what I mean. I don't have grandchildren, but I don't know what happens to people. Like my mother was a witch. She used to beat us. And go days without feeding us. And all
I
of a
had to
sudden
eat grape nuts and cornflakes.
I had to eat rocks.
Well, you probably liked it because you have weird taste in food. But, now my son, she's like, I bought these for me. I'm like, you bought, like, marshmallow puff cereal for you? Okay. It's just a treat.
Silly children. Tricks are for grandmas.
Yeah.
No, I'm curious. What's going on with this thermos? Are those stickers, or did it come like that?
No, my son went through a really crazy Stranger Things phase.
Oh, is that what this is?
I allowed
Stranger
him
Things?
to decorate my Yeti with Stranger Things stickers.
Oh, this is all Stranger Things?
Stranger Things.
So they had baseball bats and Lego My Ego in Stranger Things? I never watched it.
Yes, she eats Eggos. Oh. That's 7. They're kids, they ride bikes. This is them. Yeah. And then we did a neighborhood Halloween costume one year where we all different characters from Stranger Things.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of Stranger Things love. Wow. Let's see. Ann says, good morning. Hello, Ann. Yeah, I know we're not going to have your Romeo is not watching today. You okay? Are you all right? James Grimm is watching. Good morning, lunchtime for me. So afternoon, I guess. Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Grimm, sir.
Meanwhile, all I had was an orange. I'm hungry. You don't have any food in here.
Sometimes I have a chocolate bar laying around, but no. Well, all right, you got food laying around.
Buona Pasqua.
What?
That means Happy Easter in Italian.
Wow.
I say it in all the languages to my seamstresses as they leave.
In 2019, I won a it was like a 50-pound bunny.
Oh, was it holding like all the eggs and stuff like that with like a backpack?
No.
Full of other stuff?
No, it was just one big, delicious thing of chocolate from the sweet shop in Hicksville. I don't know if they're still doing it. They did it for years, or they would just raffle it off. You buy, tickets, and let me see if I can find it. all these wonderful pictures, and it's making me hungry.
Yeah, I
just
work
thinking
right
about it.
near Krish's ice cream restaurant store place, and
Chris has got nothing on the sweet shop.
And they do a raffle, and their bunny is holding like a basket full of candy and grass, and it's got like a backpack full of other treats. I don't even bother. I don't win shit.
Look at that bad boy. Might be the first thing I ever won.
He is holding things with a backpack full of stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Hello.
Who cares? I just want the chocolate.
I know, but you can. It's what I envision.
And
Yeah, like
was I
now,
right?
he didn't have any of those things.
I was
I'm like,
right,
He's got all
2019.
of those things.
Yeah, so it'll be 6 years ago tomorrow when they posted this that I won the bunny.
Oh gosh.
Oh, it was heaven. It was heaven, I tell you. And
So the puppets.
Oh, okay, puppets.
I love my puppets.
Puppets.
And I have this one puppet specifically. He's Italian, and they're very popular. I don't know. They're silly, but people like them. Anyway, I did it to like entertain my son in the morning.
Right.
When he would get up in the morning and make eggs and be like, oh my God, I'm making the breakfast. And like my friends were like, send me more videos. And then I started posting them a little. I got to do more with it. But somebody sent me and they said, my coworkers made me a puppet of me and I can't wait to get it.
Your coworkers made a puppet of
Somebody,
you.
a friend of mine, wrote to me and said, my coworkers made a puppet of me, and I can't wait to get it. And I was like, I want a puppet of me. I need a me puppet to play with my other puppets. I think somebody's at the door.
I don't think so. I think that was just one of the doors closing.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I looked into making a custom puppet of me.
Oh.
They're like $750.
Well, why do you need a puppet of you?
Because I play with the puppets, and if I'm going
Right.
to have these puppets and I'm going to do a little more with the puppets, I feel like, oh my God, a puppet that looks exactly like me, and it could be me and the other puppets.
But you're already there.
Yeah, but then I don't have to be.
And this is to entertain your son or yourself? Yeah, I'm getting a little scared. Okay. What would you have your puppet do that you can't do? Well, I know what I would do with a Rosie puppet.
No, I might do the same thing.
Oh, yeah?
No, not that. But God, I don't even know how to get out of this.
I know how to get into it. Sorry. So, $700.
Yeah, and up. And if you wanted to blink and do animatronics, they're like 1,000 and up. I mean, I wouldn't even want that, but I was like, why is this one so much more? But they make it look exactly, it's like your Muppet version of you. It's crazy.
Really?
Yep.
It's not like these AI action figures that everybody's posting of themselves?
You were supposed to make one of me.
I was?
Yes, I wrote, make me, make me.
Oh, is that what that meant?
What the hell did you think I meant? Make me. No, I just say that.
I thought you said...
I said, make me,
No,
make me.
no, I
it was
know,
under
but-
your action figure.
Right,
With
but...
your leg.
I thought it... I forget...
There's definitely somebody at the door.
No.
Either that or you have a person hidden in some sort of attic trying to get out.
No, there's various doors here. Bathrooms and offices. And yeah, it's people walking in and out of
Who's
doors.
here?
Oh, there's people here. There's...
Cameron?
Cameron is here full time. He's here all the time.
I know, I see him in the afternoon.
I don't see Ange anymore. Which
Poor Ange has to rest.
Ange works her ass off.
She works her ass off.
But she's still a booker, so I would think I would see her once in a while, but I don't see her. So, yeah, Cameron's always... And Cameron works his ass off, too, by the way. He's always busting his ass doing
He's a nice
something.
kid.
Very nice kid. But no, I know the back door sound, and that was not it.
Okay.
Speaking of sounds...
I bet you do know the back door sound.
That was good. That was good. I walked right into that.
You did.
Well, speaking of banging sounds, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. You're not the only one with crazy weeks here, Rosie Fiumara.
Oh, I know. I can only imagine.
Last Friday. Oh, I told you. That's right. I told you because I was supposed to come here with you on Sunday.
Oh, I didn't want to bring that up. I didn't know if you want to
bring it up.
talk about it.
I talked about it a little bit earlier in the week, but that's what we were hearing. We were hearing banging, and we were like, "What the hell is that?" And one of the women went to. She thought it was coming from the ladies' room. She walks in and she comes running out. She's coming from the men's room. So I go into the men's room. Yeah, one kid's having a meltdown, but the aide was with him. So I was like, okay, everything. I guess.
So I know he's special needs.
Yes.
And how old?
I don't know how old he is, but he looks like he's in his early 20s.
Okay, so he's a man.
Oh, yeah.
He's not like a little child.
No.
Oh, so this is a man with like strength.
Yes.
Man strength.
Oh, yeah.
Not little boy strength.
No.
Okay.
No.
Now I get it.
This was a man.
I was
Or
like,
is a man.
I was like, Tony can't come on Sunday to the podcast. A 6-year-old beat him up.
Oh, no, if it was a 6-year-old, I would have kicked him right in the face. This kid was banging his head against the cement wall in the bathroom.
Oh,
I'm telling you, it had to be 20 times. But I thought he was having a meltdown. He was just punching the wall. I was like, all right, that, he wanted to stop for his own good, but all right, but it's, a lot of people do it, But then at one point, the aide opened they were in a stall, The aide opened the door, and that's when I see the kid. Pow, pow. I'm telling you, at least 20 times, no exaggeration. So I said to the guys, that's his head. Like, I couldn't believe it. He's okay.
He's okay.
I was like,
I mean, even if he's always doing this, it can't be okay.
So I walk out of the bathroom because I didn't know what to do. So I'm like, all right, I don't need to watch this kid bang his head. But now other guys are going into the bathroom.
Now, were other, like I don't want to say kids, but other
participants, yeah.
From like the group that were playing the sport, like
well, that was the thing.
That could be worrisome for them, like hard for them to even process. I would imagine.
That's exactly what happened. A few started to go into the bathroom. Like I don't want them to see it. I don't want them to get hurt. So I'm like, all right, let me go in there. So I said to the aide, I said, I don't know what happened, but the aide was trying to get the guy's shoes on. I don't know why. I don't know if the kid had an accident and he had to change him or change his pants. I have no idea. I'm speculating. But for whatever reason, this guy's shoes were off, and the aide is trying to get the shoes back on. So he says, can you hold his hands while I try to get his shoes on? Okay. So I'm holding his hands. Yeah. And immediately he's trying to dig in with his nails. Yeah. So I'm like, and honestly, I don't even know the kid. So, but I hear the aide saying, Mike. Oh, yeah. All right, Mike.
We'll call him Mike.
Yeah, we'll call him Mike, and I won't say last names. So I'm like, so now I'm looking into like, Mike, it's okay. Mike, we're fine. And he seemed to calm down for a second. But he's still like moving his feet around. He won't cooperate with the guy. And every few minutes he would do this, and it kind of freaked me out. He would just go. He'd just lean in with his eyes wide, and I'd be like, okay, all right, we're good. Everything's fine. And then sure enough, he's now looking for something to bang his head. Like you see him looking, and he's trying to like go like this. So I'm like, stay with me, pal. Everything's great. The guy finally gets one shoe on. Now he's trying to get the other shoe on. And the kid, like, he's starting to like move around. You see he's frustrated.
Freaking shoes off.
I even said at one point, said, are we doing all right down there? So, like I said, he's trying to bang his head.
Oh, my God. I can't
all of a sudden,
this is real.
Then he tightens up, and he's squeezing my hand. I'm like, all right, easy. Come on, stay with me. We're okay. We're just getting the shoes on. Then you can go home. And I don't know. And then with that, pow! He just came right in. Got me right here.
He headbutted you?
Yeah, just headbutt me. Pow! And for like, there's a split, like I remember like the impact, but then there's like a split second where I'm gone because my glasses are like hitting the sink. Like I don't remember them flying off my head. They're just hitting the sink. And I remember like the first thing that I thought of was, oh, he broke my glasses. As I was thinking that, and then all of a sudden I'm like, and that's I said to the guy, I said, you got to take him. And the guy's not doing anything. He's just, I go, take him. And I don't even know if he took him. I just let go, and I went like this, and I stormed out of the bathroom, and I turned to the administrator. I go, he just headbutt, like I was.
You were out of it.
Yeah. I go, he just headbutt me. And yeah, things are a little foggy from that point on. The guy comes out. I remember the aide comes out. I remember yelling at him, but I don't remember what I said. I was told later on that the aide was like nonchalant, like nothing happened. But I walked away and I went outside. It was raining and a little chilly, but that kind of brought me back. I stood out there for at least 5 minutes just in the rain. Like it didn't even register right away. I'm getting wet. And then finally I was like, oh, okay, this feels good. And then I went back in and I sat down, but they were like, no, you're not right. And I ended up going to urgent care. And
you probably had like a little mild concussion.
They ruled out concussion, but they did say, like whiplash and just the impact.
It said bell rung.
Yes. And they
take it easy.
Right. They said
bell was rung.
Rest up, and they said you will feel this for a few days. And I did. Today's Friday. I was taking Tylenol or aspirin or something till Wednesday morning because I was feeling it, man. I was in pain, like all down here. I was all in pain, and that's why I canceled Sunday with you guys.
Did you guys win the game?
Well, there's two sessions. There's a non-competitive and a competitive. This kid was the non-competitive is for the lower functioning guy. This kid's not even verbal.
Ugh,
So
that's so tough.
So they don't play for. It's not competition. They're just learning skills and
Yeah.
drills and throwing a ball around.
Well, that's why we weren't here over
That's right.
the weekend.
Sorry.
Sorry.
All right, let's see. I was starting to read comments. James Grimm says hello. Oh, Vicky, my daughter just said when they say the wedding went up in flames, that isn't what they usually mean.
Nope.
Oh, boy. Mickey says, can't see Joe.
He's not here.
He's not
Neither
here.
can I.
We're not keeping him from you, Mickey. Joe Pontillo will be here around 11:30, and we will show him when he gets here. Ann says she's going to be fine. She's lonely, but she's okay. James Grimm, that's a busy shirt, Rosie. I feel like it's a sign for people who fell and lost their contacts.
What? Lenses or like contacts in their phone?
People who fell and, I'm assuming contact lenses. Like it's all just a big...
Oh, maybe it's kind of like how you felt when you got headbutted. Like, "Arr."
Okay.
Yeah, this is Keith Haring, big pop artist, right, from the 80s. Died of AIDS during the epidemic.
Right.
Very influential in New York graffiti art. Big fan.
Yeah, and they use... Actually, right, it's a special needs world. Don't they use...
They
these?
do. Autism
Yeah.
uses a lot of his stuff in the blue.
Yep.
He does the puzzle piece stuff.
I'm honest. I'm just looking at the shirt, honest. Thanks, James. Thanks for the... Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And we are in National Autism Month.
Oh, yeah?
That's right. Yeah, April is Autism Awareness Month.
Somebody told me last night that there's 1 in 30 children are now autistic.
That is correct.
And what do they think? I mean, I don't know much about it. Thankfully, I haven't had it personally in my family because I know what a challenge it can be. But what do they feel? Do they have, or is it all speculation and guess?
Yeah, I mean, there's, certain people who I'm positive it was mercury, from shots when they were babies, and I'm positive it was this. And yeah, I personally haven't seen any definitive. Although was it just yesterday? Sometime this week, RFK came out and said that it's a preventable disease.
I mean.
That kind of blew me away. But and why the numbers keep rising, I have no idea. It is strange. When my daughter was born at that time, it was like 1 in 150.
And for to have an autistic child that's a girl.
Yeah.
The numbers are even
that is correct.
more rare. I mean, when I found out as a geriatric pregnant woman, when I was pregnant, I was geriatric. I was an old mom, and I found out that it was a boy. I was concerned. I was like, ah.
Well, yeah,
because person, now I know it's a boy. The chances that the rates are higher in boys.
And for you to say it's not in your family, I mean, you're kind of like the minority now. It seems like everybody. When my daughter was born, it still seemed like a new thing. But now it seems like everybody has some
something up with my brother. I wouldn't say it's autism. It might just be, he's just annoying.
Older or younger?
I have a younger brother.
Younger? How much younger?
He's almost 4 years younger. His name is Anthony as well.
Oh, your father was Anthony too, right?
And I married an Anthony.
Yeah.
And
now you're stuck with me too.
I'm stuck with it. And my Jenny at work, my assistant, her husband is Anthony, and my partner at work, Christina, her husband is Guy Anthony. It's just
Anthony.
Everywhere. There's always an Anthony. And I figured my father, who was very traditional, very Italian, he was so happy that I was going to have a son, and I was finally pregnant. And I tried so hard, and I remember him saying like, you're going to have a boy, and I figured he was going to be like, you got to name him Anthony. He was like, please don't name him Anthony.
Oh, wow.
It's enough already.
Not even the middle name?
Enough already. No, I went with Edward because it's a family name.
Oh, okay.
My grandfather on my mother's side was Eduardo, and I have my only male cousin is Eddie, and then Eddie Vedder. So I did the Edward.
And what was the guy in Connecticut? What's his name? Eduardo. Yeah. You don't fool me. And Joe Pontillo's middle name is Anthony.
Oh, is it?
I have no idea.
Probably.
Yeah, Joseph Anthony Pontillo, because they wanted Jap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they wanted him to write his initials, Jap. No idea what I'm talking about.
No idea. Absolutely none.
Let's see. Ann and Mickey are saying hi to each other. Okay. So with the fire and everything, so you have no comedy booked for a while?
I cleared my comedy schedule for the whole month
Yeah.
of April. So
Okay.
when Joe had asked me to do, which I thought was so great, I was so excited to make that connection because I drive past that sign all the time. It's right near me.
Oh.
And he did a charity fundraiser for one of the Long Beach schools.
Oh.
And I had a ton of moms reach out to me. Are you on that show? Are you going to be on that show? I can't wait. I'm like, I don't know him. No.
Have you done the Long Beach Library yet?
They asked me.
Julie?
They asked me for this Thursday.
Ah.
And again, I turned down everything this month.
Yeah.
And I told her why.
And I hope she was understanding?
Totally.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and so Keegan's doing it with Dan LaRocca.
Oh, nice.
So both local kind of guys. He's a Long
Yeah.
Beach guy, and
Right.
Keegan's not far.
Keegan's right here. Yeah. Joe Pontillo, Dan LaRocca, two guys that I wish we saw more on governor stages. I don't know why. They're never here.
I've worked with Dan twice in the Giggle Room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought Dan had potential to become like a solid governor's regular.
He's super funny.
I love Dan. He used to do the show with me on Tuesdays.
Oh, really? And he's such a nice I want to say he's a kid to me. He's such a nice kid. We talk Long Beach and how it sucks to find parking, and once you're there in the summer, you don't leave. But
and he goes to church. His girlfriend's a librarian.
what?
Yeah.
A librarian? Excuse me.
Yeah, I think she's.
I just go for that look. What? I don't know what that
I don't know what that was either. It was kind of cool. Are we digging into this? You said you were
Sure.
hungry.
I'll eat the ears.
You'll eat the ears.
Mm-hmm. So I went to get a checkup with my doctor,
Okay.
and everything is great.
Good to know.
Yeah, I'm in good shape. I'm doing good, and everything.
Is there a butt coming?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
But
Oh, no. Don't. Oh, God, what?
I have gained 8 pounds since December,
Oh,
and I know what it's from.
it's from being in here.
It's from being at Governor's and eating the mozzarella sticks.
Yes.
And it's from going out after shows with the
Yes.
guys
Yep.
and eating wings and drinking vodka seltzers.
Yep.
That's what
You are.
is.
You're that really
It's
is
exactly
true.
what it is.
Yes.
Because I was doing intermittent fasting and I was doing so good, and I haven't changed anything else except the fact that I have a couple of drinks. The next thing I know, I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll have like dunking the wings in the, in the blue cheese and.
I've had conversations with comedians as we get older, especially when we start to feel it, because we're eating dinner or we're eating greasy French fries, at 2:00 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I would
exactly
never
what it is.
eat like at that hour.
Right. Yep.
And I said to Anthony, and I gained 8 pounds. And he goes, well, maybe it's time for you to stop eating all those wings and carbs. And I was like,
Just like that?
Just like
Carbs?
that. Carbs. I
Carbs.
was like, ew.
Well, with that, have an ear.
It's solid.
Ooh, look at that.
That was hollow.
There's another 8 pounds right there.
Oh my God.
It's worth it.
And and the best is I wake up every day and I'm like, today, that's it.
Yep.
I'm going to be really good. I get to work. I'm going to be really good, guys. I'm going to be really good. Next thing you know,
Yep.
I'm eating a stroop waffle. I'm eating
What's a stroop waffle?
those are those things from the Netherlands.
Oh.
See? See what I mean? It's a problem.
Well, it's tough working or living in Mass Creek between, All American and the Marshalls next door.
And I went to Bar Grazi the other night.
Oh yeah,
Right
okay.
That was good.
Yes, I've heard great things about it.
There's
Don't go to Sergio's. The place sucks.
I don't know that place.
Oh, it's on Merrick Road, right by the Nautilus Diner.
Oh, I don't know that. Oh, I go to Baccaro.
Oh yeah.
I went to Mercado recently for a shower on a Sunday. That's what I mean. I'm like,
Yep.
I had a 50th birthday party on Friday, and then Sunday I had a baby shower.
Yep.
I need people to stop inviting me to things.
I was just about to say that. Stop with your parties and your holidays.
No, I don't want to be your friend. I really don't. I'm good.
This weekend we're celebrating my mother's 80th and we're celebrating Easter. Two days. Saturday's mom's birthday, Sunday's Easter. Like we're not doing one party, we're doing two. Like I'm fat enough.
But you don't eat anything fattening.
Oh, I eat burgers and fries.
Oh, that's right. That's what you like.
Oh, that's all I eat. Yeah, meat and potatoes. I eat that every day. Meat and potatoes.
Mm.
And yeah, so this weekend, turkey and I don't know, steak or something. I don't know. Going to be going crazy this weekend. But yeah, that's how because everybody's having a thing. Like people go, after the holidays, like Christmas and New Year's, like and Thanksgiving, I'll go crazy. But then after the New Year, there's St. Patrick's Day and I don't know, those big President's Day meals.
Oh yeah, me too. That groundhog that I eat every year. It's like, look forward to that.
We are awaiting the arrival of Joe Pontillo, who is late now. Now he's late.
That's all right. I'm glad it's not just me. I'm always late.
Well, I don't blame you because, otherwise you're off the air just sitting in a room with me. So I can't say I blame you. Where'd you get this? Is this good?
That, I believe, is from, what should we call it? The Italian grocery store.
Uncle Giuseppe?
There we are.
Or as my son, when he was around 12, said, "What's Uncle Giuseppe?" I'm thinking about it.
So this week, I worked a lot.
I'm sure you did.
My son is in North Carolina visiting his cousins for Easter. And so I'm kind of kid-free this weekend.
Woohoo! What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Sleep, shower, watch White Lotus, work. That's what's on the agenda.
Come on, that's the whole agenda?
Yeah, I went out last night.
Where'd you go?
I went out in Long Beach, just kind of hopping around with some friends and had a couple of drinks. I wasn't out too late.
It's almost that time of year, man. That Long Beach is hopping.
Yeah.
Hopping. I was hanging out one night with Julie, the girl who runs the Long Beach Library comedy shows.
I don't know her. She reached out to me online and was like, "You don't know me, but..."
She's wonderful.
She seemed very nice. I felt bad. Like, I hate telling people no.
We're talking about shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had to. It's just been, mentally, I needed to get through this month, and then I have shows booked through all of May and even into June.
Oh, all right. Nice.
So, I'm sorry. What about?
I have no idea.
Library, Julie, very nice.
Yeah. I have no idea.
What?
Joe's here. I think he's here. And I have no idea what I was talking about.
Oh, I can't wait to see Joe. I want to ask him all about his videos and, what else he does. Does he do anything besides comedy?
Anti-comedy.
Oh.
He's very How long will you wait?
Only about an hour. Hello, everyone.
Were you out there a long time banging
No,
away?
30 seconds.
Okay,
I tried.
good.
I was like, maybe if you just pull the door hard enough, it opens. Maybe it's one of those, but...
No.
I'm wrong.
How are you?
Nothing. You really don't want people to come be guests on the show.
I just have strict orders that door is to be closed at all times.
Really?
That's what I've been told.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There was a possible homeless person right there, so...
Was it?
Came right in the nick of time.
You were scared?
Or she was just harvesting organs or something.
Oh, was she really, really thin?
I didn't.
She had she probably had a hoodie on, right?
Was she a former co-host of the show?
I have so many.
There's a new one every time I do the show. So watch, and most of them ended up in jail.
Well, only
like
one.
Andy Plaganos, or we say his name.
He's not in jail.
He should be.
Well, that's all of the
I was
story.
on a show with him last night, actually.
Oh, really?
At an undisclosed location.
Oh, okay.
Well, a secret show.
It's after the fact. You can say it.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, let me tell you about this show. I think there were more audience here right now than there were. No, it was fun. We had good times. Anyway, why am I here?
But I wanted to say that that's not a homeless person. She works at the deli next door.
Oh, she does. That was my second guess.
They don't.
Maybe they're just housing her.
They have the drive-thru, but they don't
house.
have. They have the little thing you can the little intercom where you can place your order, but it doesn't work. So she walks out there taking the orders
Oh
from
my
the cars.
God.
So yeah, she's not homeless.
Put her on a skateboard or something, or a bicycle. You want a bacon, egg, and cheese? Hurry up! Let's go. I like that you changed the outdoor banner. Not that I actually don't like it. You used to have one that had like every person's head on it.
Yes.
And now it just looks like you're trying to eat the governor.
Yes, it does. He's like...
I'm a little unsettled by
Well,
that,
well,
honestly. Because the old one had my face on it somewhere.
It did.
So-
It did actually. But the heads keep changing. All the regulars that were in here. So I was like, all right, this doesn't.
Are you looking at pictures of every single person that's watching the show right now?
No, I am trying to fix cameras angles so that we're all it's nice and close up and good.
Yeah, I assumed that woman probably worked at the deli or something or whatever they call that thing there.
They have great food in there.
They do,
They
yeah.
really
I got
do. You wouldn't think
I got
so.
swordfish there once on a bun.
So, what are you doing here? Well, why not?
You invited me. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying, no, you asked that question. I'm saying, why not?
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
It has been too long.
Maybe like
He's got
2 years.
shows to promote.
Exactly.
Do I?
I mean, none of them are here, so we can't really say them too
No,
much.
but if you wanted to know where I'm performing, there's
Exactly.
various places you can find that out. Not right now, though. But just thank you. It's good to be here. I'm not gonna lie.
I did say to Rosie before you got here that I was dead honest. She had mentioned Joe LaRocco. Dan LaRocco.
Who?
Dan LaRocco.
I was gonna say, there's a Joe LaRocco now. This has to stop.
She mentioned Dan LaRocco, and I love Dan. He's a great dude, and he used to do this show with me. And I
Him too?
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
I'm wondering when I'm going to just get
How long have you been here?
How long have I been here? Since January.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've got like 2 months.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're done.
Hey, Plagano's lasted like 4 years or something.
I wouldn't brag that, but yeah, okay. And he had Brandon, right? And then he moved to Texas to get away from you.
Well, yeah, that's how bad he wanted to get away from me. He moved. But then, but I think he was upset. Then I started hearing from him like crazy after he left.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, all right, "You're gone. Stop bothering me." That's what I told him.
Can I do the show still? Can I call it?
Well, you did the same thing. You chased McGinnis away.
I have questions.
That's right. Yes.
Okay, so you do comedy.
Oh God. Yes.
And then you do videos.
I do.
Your videos are entertaining.
I'd like to think so.
They are. And then besides entertaining videos and stand-up comedy, what else do you do?
He's a pimp.
Not enough. That's the question. What else do I do? Let's see. What else do I do? Some very sad side work that's not entertainment related.
Okay.
That requires very little effort, but still annoying. Sometimes I edit other people's videos, but I don't like to promote that because then I don't want to be the editing guy. And then I do some like sporadic radio work too. And I do auditions, which is not really a job, but if one of them actually,
can be.
But if you actually book something, then woo. Should probably book more of those, but it's
So
a little
now
out
with
of my
auditions,
hands.
are you auditioning for comedy parts? Or are you auditioning for
They should be more comedy
sitcoms,
parts.
commercials?
I get a lot of auditions, and I don't know why this happens, where it's like, Dad, and I'm not a dad. But I guess, I don't know, do I have a dad vibe?
No.
No, not at all. Uncle? I can be an uncle.
You could be a
I am an
total
uncle.
uncle.
Yeah, but no, I get a lot of things like father, dad, and I'm like, that's not me. I'm not that guy. I know what they want in those commercials. And I've told my manager, like, try to submit me for, like, comedy shows and comedy-related things, but they're sort of, like, they're not a big agent. They're, like, they like, work out of Glen Cove somewhere or Connecticut, depending on
that's the
who's chasing after them.
That's the entertainment hub, Glen Cove.
But I finally, after working with them for, like, 5 years, last year booked my first role with them.
Nice.
And it was,
Was it a dad?
No, it was a testimonial. So I was a fake testimonial person.
Oh, like, go see this movie. I loved it. That type of shit?
It was like, I saved all this money using this app. And then I think I actually saw the commercial and I wasn't in it. I was like, whatever, I still got paid. I don't care. And it took like 2+ months to get paid for it, which was great because my manager had the wrong address. So they sent it. And I had to look up another person that was in the commercial on Facebook and be like, hey, I see that we were in this commercial. Did you ever get paid? And they were like, yes, I did, like 2 weeks ago. You should probably check with your manager. And I was like, damn it! And then I messaged them and they were like, yeah, we sent out the check to blah, 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 my wrong address. And I was like, oh, good. So we're batting 1,000.
Did that person write, no, I didn't see you in the commercial. Who are you?
No, because it hadn't come out yet. So I just was able to tell from, like, the internet who else was in it.
So now,
using my investigative powers.
I could see that. Wow, if this comedy thing eventually fails for you, you could
I'm gonna
just become a PI.
I should become a private eye. I would like to be a veterinarian, a dentist, a mechanic, a private eye, and that's about it right now.
I saw
all
that
on
you
the side.
You posted that just this morning. The dentist and the mechanic.
Well, I had to go to the dentist yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So that's a setback. Not gonna lie. And then anytime you go to the mechanic, they're just like, oh, can we do like 12 other things to your car for $3,000? And I'm like,
Yes.
do I look like I'm just walking around with thousands of dollars I can't wait to get rid of?
Yep.
Like, jeez, for $3,000, I'll just, buy a crappy car. And,
Would you like a piece of a rabbit's tail?
wow, this is what we're doing right now. I'm going to say no
Okay.
just because it looks hard and I'm eating soft foods for 2 days.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
that's
You
right.
just said dentist. You could suck on the tail.
Wow, that's what kind of show is this?
Now you know I have Rosie here.
There you go.
Look, it's just a cottontail. Look.
What happened there?
Oh,
it broke.
Its ass is hollow.
It's a
Only
hollow
the
ass.
head is solid. They gotcha.
I was about to be like, we're still doing Easter bunnies, but I realized Easter hasn't even happened yet.
It's
still-
this weekend.
Yeah, so
And if you're Greek, who knows when Easter is?
I think it's the same year, same date this year.
It might be the
yeah.
same year.
Oh,
I got to check with my Greek. My best friend is Greek, and and they fast, the Greek Orthodox. So because I have a show tonight, and sometimes he comes to it, and I'll be like, "Can you come to the show tonight?" He's like, "I have to sit home and fast." What does that mean? Like you have to do something that distracts you from eating 90% of food?
Look at the cheese pies and go, damn it, I wish I could eat those.
Right, yeah. I would think going out, would be a perfect distraction.
I would think watching comedy would make you less hungry. It would just make you so disgusted you would never want to eat food again.
Well, it depends on who's
So
on
now
the bill.
you were in a film festival.
Yeah.
Going to be in a film festival.
I think it happened already.
It did it.
There wasn't a lot of fanfare, but yeah, it happened. It was, I think, in LA somewhere. It was kind of cool.
For Wrapped?
Who? Oh yes, Pontillo and Associates Wrapped. Boom.
Is that the one that's in the festival?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool. I've made a bunch of little shorts, and that was the longest one. And I was like, you know what? Let me see what happens, and then submitted for some things, and it got chosen for something. So that's kind of cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah, add that to the IMDb page.
What exactly were you on when you wrote that one?
Drugs.
Yeah.
All the drugs
That
at
one,
once.
I did find myself laughing, but I was like, that time still like, he is on something when he wrote this one. Like, it was...
Well, it's all about just like the most insane characters and situations you can come up with.
Yeah.
And I feel like that, also like everything you make now, you make with the idea of like, not only is this big thing, but I can cut this into like 12 parts and post it on Instagram and TikTok.
True.
And see what happens.
Yeah.
So, that's fun, I guess.
So, but that's cool. It's in the festival. So it's out in L.A., so you can't even... Are you going to go or no?
No, it happened already. It was the beginning of this month.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like April 1st to 4th or 6th or something.
Did you get any response?
A couple threats. A couple people just wrote why, No, it is.
Do you get that a lot from comedians? Because a lot of your stuff is anti-comedy. Like
No, comedians love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's like our battle cry. We hate comedy, but keep doing it because we can't do anything else because we don't have any skills. It's a big problem. We did a show in a bookstore.
Oh my God.
Speaking of, you were on that show, right? I feel like I was hallucinating that night and not.
Well, it might have been the smell of onions and old books in the air.
Were there onions?
It smelled so bad in there.
There was a giant pencil that I started being wacky with, and then I was told, "Put that down." It was too dangerous. Did you just sneeze or throw
I did.
up? What just happened?
I don't know what happened there. I didn't know whether to
sneezed.
bless you, pick you up,
Yeah, take you out of the room.
wipe you down.
Tony, why don't you go wait outside, and we'll let you back in.
You might have. Yeah, that might be the case. I keep sneezing. I
Yeah,
feel
so
like
we
this
met
all
in
the time.
Northport at a bookstore.
Which
At
is how every comedy
at a bookstore
story
show,
begins.
and it was some show. There was one Australian.
Yes. Oh, he was doing comedy, right?
Yes, he
At
was.
least I think that was
he
comedy.
had an Australian accent. He was a comic, and then there was I don't know. I kind of blacked out.
Yeah, it was. To a moment, I was like, did I go on that night? I was like, oh, yeah, I did. I remember the guy running the show, we don't need to mention his name, was like, I'm gonna move you up a few, so maybe you'll get the crowd going. I was like, oh, great. That's definitely the job I want. I do feel like I did relatively well for that room.
You really did because,
Yeah.
you know, there was a Christmas tree next to us.
Yes. Oh, my God.
And then there was also, which you noticed, and I was going to say something about the Christmas tree, but you said it first. It was very strange. But then you also were like, and there's also a Halloween decoration over there.
And they were selling Pokemon cards. There was just kind of just whatever you wanted was there, except comedy. And then the best part, I didn't realize this, so I was leaving after that show, and I drove past a place I performed at very early on in my career. Perhaps you've heard of it, Samantha's Little Bit of Heaven.
Oh, the squeaky clean.
Oh, yes.
Oh, boy. I've been there.
Which, you know, early in my career, that was where I met Eric Haft for the first time, actually, like 15 years ago. And so I auditioned there, and they loved me, and they were like, you have to come back and do our big Friday night extravaganza show. And I was like, great. So I had a joke back in the day, very stupid joke, where my dad would not curse in front of me when I was younger. He would spell out the curses. So the curse in the joke was ass, which is the most benign curse, could also be an animal, probably in the Bible, right? The word ass. Jesus loved ass. No. And so I do this joke. And
At Samantha's. Oh, boy.
For some reason, I don't know, I was young, but it felt clean. And when I spell out the word ass, the woman who runs the place loudly gasps in like horror. Like I just
Yes.
unleashed the devil. And then I do the punchline, and the punchline does great. So I'm like, oh, okay, we're fine. And the audience there is supposed to have like cups of pretzels. At least back in the day. Maybe they changed it
No,
now.
they do.
No, they still do?
Cups of pretzels and pie.
And what do they throw the pie if the
No,
joke
they
is
just
offensive?
buy $1 pieces of pie.
Oh my God! So
I have a whole thing about that fucking place. Anyway.
and but anyway, so they're supposed to shake the cup of pretzels if something offensive happens. Nobody shook the pretzels. They liked the joke, and I remember people came up to me afterwards and they were like, "We really enjoyed your sarcastic humor," and I was like, "Thank you." And then I had to get chewed out by the host after the show, and they were like, "What happened with the ASS?" And I go, "Oh, was that too much, you think, for this room?" And she goes, "Yeah, that's why it didn't get an LAUGH."
Oh, jeez.
And I was like, "Oh my God."
No way.
Yeah, and I go, "Look, you can say that joke maybe was too much for this room, but how dare you say it didn't get a laugh?" So, you know, then I had to write an apology. Hey, sorry about the ASS. Go to HELL.
Wow. When I
not performed there again.
I went there.
Yeah.
I went there with Eric, who's is a good friend of mine. So
Yeah.
I go in with Eric, and he's like, "Come with me, come to this travel. You got to see this place. You got to see this place." So we go in, and I'm like, "Oh, he wasn't kidding." Wow. So now I'm in the back room.
Does she still wear like pantsuits?
Yes,
she does. Okay.
And we go in the back, and I'm looking at everything. You know, I'm reading all the signs, and I'm looking at all the stuff. So she's like, "Okay, it's almost showtime." So Eric's like, "Okay, you know, he's such a gentleman. You know, it's okay. We're gonna get this show started." And then she's like, "Okay, we're all gonna hold hands and pray." And I'm like, "What?"
Yes. Is this in a church or
and
something?
Eric is Jewish.
First of all, he's a Jew.
Yeah.
And he's holding hands, and he's praying his heart out. Then when we were leaving...
Which temple does he go to? We should let them know.
I know. Then when we were leaving, okay, he's telling people, God bless you too. No, bless you. Oh, bless you. Oh, no. And have a great night. God bless you.
I don't remember doing
and
any
I
of
was
that.
like, and I'm watching him, and I'm like, is he fucking getting me right now?
Was he leading the prayer?
No.
The lady was.
He did his comedy bit. And when we were leaving,
right.
everybody was like, "You're so funny. We love when you come here. God bless you." And he was like, "God bless you. God bless you, Eric Hefty." He's like, "No, God bless you." I'm like, what is freaking happening right now?
Well, we have the same God as Jewish.
It's just funny.
I know. But
yeah,
I'm trying to defend Eric, and
Because
I'm
then we
having a hard
walk out in
time.
the parking lot. He's like, "You want to go get a fucking drink?"
I'm hearing that.
Yeah, all right.
But I'm hearing that in Eric's voice, and I'm like, I don't know how serious he was when he
No,
said
he wasn't.
Right.
And that's why I was watching, and I was eating pie. I was like, "This is crazy."
No, you took the pie, huh?
I did. The dollar pie.
Were there goodie pie? Goodie pies.
They had goodie pie.
Goodie bags.
They had really goodie pie.
Well, did you try the pretzels? The damned pretzels.
No, they did. They had the little pretzel.
Pretzels of the damned.
Yeah, like, I don't like that joke. But he modified his act where he does this joke where he's like, and my daughter takes selfies and she looks like she's holding in a fart. And when he said that, he got nervous that fart was too much. And you thought,
He should have spelled out the word.
he
fart.
should have said, it looked like she was holding in an F-A-R-T. But he changed it and he went, and then he goes, I mean gas. Like he corrected himself.
Right. And did
And
that
I
get a
could
laugh?
see Samantha
Wow.
like
even
she was
fart
happy
bad.
that he caught himself and didn't say fart.
Goodness.
I mean, you have to really, and he said to me, I brought you here because I wanted you to see, like, if you can do your act so squeaky clean and you can still get laughs. And he's like, you should audition. I looked at him, I'm like, no fucking way. Let's get out of here.
No F-U-C-K-I-N-G
I
way.
can't even control myself in front of my kid. I'm going to control myself in a room full of religious zealots?
Look, you went.
Okay.
You got the pie. That's all there is.
I got pie.
I think you
That's
get
it.
a few bucks if you
And
do
then he
that
bought me
show.
wings and vodka later on. Again, the 8 pounds. There you go.
So, yeah, that's
it was
a win.
win-win.
Absolutely. You
Oh,
did fine that night.
That's a
You did
great
my
before.
comedy
God.
networking night. You
was.
saw a show you refused to perform on.
Exactly.
And then you got free wings and alcohol and a
Right.
pie. $1
Yes.
pie.
She got all that
pecan
without even
pie.
That's all
performing.
pie should cost.
Yeah.
Well, true.
Otherwise, I'm just going to walk around the neighborhood and see who's got one cooling on their windowsill.
And they're so sweet. They're like, they say, your wife is lovely. He's like, thank you. And I'm like,
Your wife is lovely. You're eating pie.
such a strange place. Very nice people, don't get me wrong. Lovely people. And I think it's a nice thing that she does because her congregation doesn't want to hear any of the filth and any of the sass and any of the words.
Well, I mean, do you get more work?
Oh,
if-
I brought too much sass. I guess that's what.
Sassy
S-
ass.
S-A-
Ass. Drop the first
All you had to do was
S
add
for
an S. You could have
saving.
said sass, and you would have been. You'd still be there right now.
Damn. Yeah. What other words could I have used? That could have changed my career trajectory right
It's like
there.
when people clap like this.
Yeah, right. Do you think? Do you guys get more work if you can do your set clean? Do you get more work or no?
That's the rumor.
That's exactly why I asked, because I've heard that, but I've never seen it.
You should be able to be relatively clean.
Yeah.
Like I do a show, I've done it twice, in a church. And you don't have to be like squeaky clean.
Innuendos.
Yeah, it's a gym.
Yeah.
It's a gym of a church.
Some of the church crowds are some of the wilder crowds. At least when we were doing the murder mysteries, I can't set these people down half the time. They really
They
get
think the
into it.
murder's real. That's how
they're
sheltered they are.
They think that they're allowed to do it in that.
Oh my God!
won't-
Pontius Pilate.
the lightning won't come down.
Oh man, I did a few murder mysteries back in the day.
I
Have
know,
I ever
yeah.
told you the story?
You have told me
I'm
that.
so sorry. And for whatever reason, both times the people had no interest in solving the murder.
Yeah, we've been there.
It was very bizarre. Why does that happen? It's
What do
very
you
obviously
mean?
advertised as murder mystery night.
It could be various reasons.
People just don't want to participate.
Sometimes people are going just to hang out. Sometimes, if you're doing it at a restaurant, and the restaurant takes a while to get the food out, the people have been drinking for a while, or so now the drinks are in them, or they're pissed off that they had to wait all that time and they've lost interest. So yeah, we've had to combat audiences a little bit, trying to get their attention. It happened.
But that happened twice.
Yeah.
Out of 2 times that I did it. You know, once was like some kid's bar mitzvah where like their
there you
uncle
go.
or aunt. Oh, and the kid's parents were getting divorced.
Oh, nice.
That was funny. And it was like an Italian gangster themed murder mystery. And then like, so the aunt or the uncle was like, we'll hire a murder mystery and it'll be fun and it'll make everybody forget about divorce. And it didn't. And we had to like take one person out of the crowd and pretend to rough them up. And they were just like, please leave me alone. My family's dying.
Oh my goodness.
My family's broken.
And then the other one was in a gymnasium, so it was more of like it's murder mystery night, come out kind of thing. And it was me, and all the other actors were comedians, and I get killed. I'm the murder victim. And then everyone was just like, we don't give a shit. We're not going to solve this. We don't care. Good. And then the other comedians were like, should we do comedy to get the crowd back? And I was like, I'm just going to keep playing dead, honestly.
Keep playing dead? Meaning what? You had to lay there?
Yeah, I had to lay there as they like it out the rest of the thing.
Oh, my goodness.
What do you guys do? Usually just drag the person off?
Yeah, we carry them out.
I don't know why.
Said I'm going to just play dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Don't have to learn lines. Just lay there. Can I? Now, all right, so maybe I didn't hear these stories, but who was it? Can we say who it was with? Or who hired you?
One of the comics was Ellen Karras. I don't know if you've heard of her.
I know Ellen, yeah.
The guy who booked me died, which in itself was a murder mystery.
Did you have to solve that?
I think it was diabetes, but you know. No, but
Solved.
No, he had some kind of health issue for a long time, actually.
okay.
Nice guy. But he booked me on some comedy and for some reason was like, do you want to do murder mysteries too for like $100? And I was like, $100? You know, I was
Right.
young and new to comedy. Any money was good. That's how you end up being in a cloud commercial or playing a cloud in a weather commercial. So yeah.
Was you?
What? Yes. New York 1, Time Warp, whatever it was. Yeah, weather on the ones. Woo, that was big time.
I know that cloud.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
That's but does she know the bear? What did McGinnis do? Was that the...
Who cares about him? Why are we even bringing him up?
Are you not in touch?
Let me tell you, Brian McGinnis.
Yeah. Flat lever.
Quote unquote friends for like almost 20 years, but like, I mean, hey, I'm heading down south. Anything going on in your area? Haha, absolutely not. Okay, there's no comedy in Raleigh. How do you say it?
Raleigh.
North Carolina.
I'm sure there is.
I know, but he doesn't enjoy doing comedy. Brian, it's not really his thing.
Wow,
he's too good at it to do it.
All right. Well, speaking of,
is
Brian,
he on the phone?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna show a video that you made with him. The comedians in cars with no particular.
Oh,
purpose.
that was a good one.
I enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
so
he was good at that.
I'm gonna show that
made
one
him
right now.
That made him.
And it ruined me.
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for doing this.
Thanks for asking me to host. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I like having you here.
It's like old times.
I miss this. This was
fun.
This was great.
Yeah,
Here's a cup of coffee for you.
I don't really.
Can you just hold it for aesthetic purposes?
Okay.
Yeah. So what happened?
Oh, it dropped. It's what?
Oh, that's okay. I got another one for you.
Okay.
Yeah, just hold it, please. Anyway, how's your career going?
Fine, I guess. Pretty good, actually. Doing a bunch of things. How long is the drive? Just want to tell my wife.
Oh, there's no actual driving involved. We just sit in the car. We talk shop for 10 to 15 minutes, drink some coffee. Oh, by the way, my car, 2012 green Subaru Outback. I know I didn't mention that on the last episode. Thanks everyone who pointed that out. And that's pretty much it. And, you'll be on your way.
Is this your stupid YouTube show?
It's not a stupid YouTube show. A lot of people have said they enjoyed it.
Your mom doesn't count. And first of all, you said we're doing a gig in Pennsylvania. I'm getting $250. Like we doing a podcast right now. We're playing a video game or something. I have a kid.
Listen, I'm sorry for misleading you, but if you do the show, I will get you 2 gigs.
Where?
I don't know yet, but they will be real gigs for money. I promise you.
No,
Down the
I'm not
road.
going to lie again.
It's too hot to sit in a car.
At
and
least
talk
one
to you.
coffee shop.
I would run the AC, but it doesn't really work with the audio.
No, go fuck yourself.
Come on, man.
This is
You want to plug your social media at least?
No, let me out. This is no, asshole. YouTube sucks anyway.
It's making a comeback. Okay, well, thanks to Brian for being my guest today.
Actually, can I plug my show next Thursday?
No.
Please?
Too late.
Real
You
quick.
blew it. Get out.
Fuck you.
Get the fuck out.
I thought that was great.
It was a simpler time. Yeah, all these were very good, actually. I was trying to make it like a spoof series, and then COVID happened, and no one was allowed in cars anymore.
Well, true, yeah. But that's what I mean with the you like anti-comedy, because that was, I mean, obviously that was a spoof on the Seinfeld
That's
thing.
anti-Seinfeld. Well, it seemed like such a simple thing to like lampoon, so you know. And it's fun because then you do these videos and other comedians are like, yeah, but sometimes it doesn't always appeal to non-comedians. So you have to find that balance.
Yeah, the civilians, they don't really get the inside track.
They do and they don't.
Yeah.
Depends. I like to think like my fans, all, 30 to 50 of them.
That's a big number.
Maybe 40 to 60. Kind of get the inside baseball stuff about comedy.
I'm just looking.
Okay.
What's going on over there?
I wanna say what happened yesterday about your show.
I have a show.
You have a show tonight.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So Joe Pontillo has a show tonight, and it is at Barnum Ballroom, which is upstairs from Michael's Billiards on Long Beach Road in Island Park.
Austin Boulevard. Or you
Austin turns into Austin.
Unless you directly don't want to say the correct address.
No, I just don't want anybody to go. Well, this is what happened yesterday. So I was out with friends, and I had said, after we get a little bite, if we want, we can go down to the comedy show. It's local, And so I had sent some messages to some other friends, like, this is what's going on tonight. And I sent the flyer.
Yeah.
And then they wrote back, the flyer says that the show is actually not tonight. It's Friday. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's what I meant. But I forgot to tell this one guy that I made a mistake on the date, and he decided to go.
Oh, no.
All the way from Seaford.
Oh,
not
great.
that
Not that
it's so
bad.
far,
Yeah.
but went and was like, yeah, we'll all go hang out. I'll meet you guys there. So he gets there.
Did he
right?
play pool at least?
He gets there, okay?
Yeah.
And he walks in, and he's like, where the fuck am I? So then they're like, he sees that there's an upstairs. So he goes upstairs, and he says, hi, I'm here for the comedy show. And they're like, the guy goes, comedy show? There's no comedy show tonight. That's tomorrow. Tonight is line dancing.
Yes.
And he goes, and he goes, excuse me? And then tonight is country line dancing. So it's $10 if you want to stay and you can learn how to line dance. And he goes, yeah, I'm good. And left and then texted me, are you fucking with me?
Oh, wow.
Oh, he
my
probably
God.
thought you were pranking him.
He's going to
totally
kick your
That's
ass.
great.
Forgot. Oh my God.
I
And he
forgot
was
they
like,
do line dancing
I
every
didn't
Thursday.
know that there could be such a thing as like toothless,
Well,
Asian white trash.
when
I
we
didn't know
had-
that was a combo.
Oh, what?
When we had...
I don't know what any of the people look like that do the
when we
line
had
dancing.
when we had Deb Amore in here with her husband Mario. Do you know Deb Amore?
Deb Amore?
Deb D'Amore and her husband Mario. She's really
Are they? What do they do? Aluminum
well,
siding?
she's a stand-up comedian.
Oh, really?
But
Okay.
she
And an
also
actress.
does like a lot of like musical comedy.
Oh,
Yes.
and musical theater.
Yes,
Huh,
but they
surprised I didn't get a message about that. Like somebody showed up for comedy tonight.
but they do Deb and
and
Mario.
got
They
horrified by line dancing.
they do a lot of line dancing. They were when they were here with us. They were telling us
they
about
said
it.
they do, but it was just so funny. I was like, oh Boy.
Well, that's great.
He's like, you're really something. Yes, I am.
Just be like, oh yeah, I meant tomorrow, so just wait there. Shoot like 300 games of pool.
Is he coming back tonight?
I don't know.
Bro.
I don't know. He's like, there's a carpet in here. I think I might have gotten something because downstairs he went and got a drink apparently downstairs in the pool. He was like, I think I might have like skivvies. Upstairs is fun. I threw my husband's 50th birthday party in that room.
Oh, very nice.
We did a rock and roll theme.
It's a great room. It's where I taped my last comedy special,
which you can find on YouTube.
No one asked for this, and they didn't. So, but yeah, and then after that, I was like, because they used to do comedy, and then they kind of weren't, and then I went to high school with the owner's daughter, and so I had that in, and then I was like, do you want to do comedy again? And they were like, I guess so. And then we started doing it, December 2023, and boom, here we are.
So you do like a once a month residency?
Almost every month. We'll skip like a month here or there. And people keep coming back, which is great. People,
they do.
They show up wearing my shirts, which is it's great. And then also, I'm like, the other comedians think I'm a jackass.
Why?
I don't know. I'm like...
you make money off the merch. Who cares?
Of course I am.
Yeah, so that's a good thing.
I'm thinking like if I went to go do somebody else's show and the whole audience was wearing like Rosie Fiumara
Rosie Fiumara
t-shirts, I'd be like, wow, what an asshole. No, I'm kidding. But
I have a Fat J Blimpin' Ain't Easy shirt. I have 2 Aragona comedy shirts.
Whoa, that's a big get.
He made me pay for one of them. That's son of a bitch.
Well, would you like a Joe Pontillo canceled shirt?
I would actually.
All right, but you have to get the white one.
I don't care.
I'll
give you a gray Knockem Dead comedy shirt.
No, that's okay. But I'm almost at it.
Jumped right on that. No, like I wasn't even done talking.
I want a Gov's radio podcast.
Okay.
Something or other.
I think I have hoodies. That's all I have left.
I'll take one of those.
Okay. I think I have hoodies. Yeah. Okay. I'll get you one.
I want one that has your face on it looking like it's about to eat.
Eat what?
Chocolate bunny.
Oh, bunny.
ASS. Chocolate bunny ASS. Nobody's calling in today.
Oh, there we go.
Well, now they are.
As long as it's not Fremder.
It is not Fremder. Hello, Mr. Hirschman.
DJ?
This is quite an episode. Rosie and Pontillo together. Wow.
Wow, Mark David Hirschman.
Hi.
Legendary host of the Mark David Hirschman and What's His Face podcast.
Hershey Keys.
That's it, Pontillo. You nailed it, buddy.
Hey,
when are we going to get Frances on?
Oh, guess who their guest is this Tuesday?
Evan Roberts?
No. Tell him, Mark.
We have Matt Serra, UFC fame. Matt Serra coming in studio.
I don't know who that is. It doesn't excite me at all. I would have been more excited if you said the owner of Ancona was coming on the show.
The old owner of Ancona now works at the butcher market in Ivorone. I talk to him all the time.
Oh, I know George or Frank?
Frankie. Frankie now works at the cold cut. The meat counter at Ivorone and Wantor. If you want to stop by and say hello to him, and he makes cameos once in a while on Fridays in Ancona.
I thought you could say he does cameo videos, like because he's that famous.
Yeah, he does that too. He does that.
Does he still forget to charge people at the deli?
Yeah, he now charges them 3 pepperoni instead. Yeah. What's up, kids? What's going on?
How are you, pal?
Everything's good. I just.
How did you hear about the show?
Listen, I'm a follower. I try to support Tony as much as I can. He knows that.
I appreciate it.
Even though he knows that I only call him when Rosie's there.
It's true.
What do you only hear once a week?
Rosie's here every Friday.
That's plenty.
So she has really lit up Fridays, I have to say.
Yes, she
and
has.
He will be coming
this is
on
the most lit
studio.
episode I've done since Brian McGinnis and Johnny McDonald in May 2022, I want to say.
Come on. It hasn't been that long.
No, I've been on since then.
yeah,
but I just
okay.
mean
Holy crap.
the other one's not as poppin'. This is a poppin' episode.
Poppin'.
We got a phone call from a guy I know.
Oh my gosh! And last week we had Lou Pratt's on, and his son was here, and my son was here, and we laughed our pants off because he started talking about Korean poop legendary gods that come out of the toilet.
I'm
And
sorry, what?
That's exactly what I said. But for some reason, it stuck with me all week. I thought about it multiple times.
Is that who like Mood Ding is or something?
I don't know.
I don't remember that character's
I don't
name.
know.
That was a
but
meme like 3 months ago.
I don't know.
I think it's
but
dated now.
I got it. My best friend is Korean, and I've yet to ask her, but I need to find out if
Yeah,
her
all right, let's do
father
that.
fears the kimchi poopy man.
This is why they don't have toilets in their house. It's too risky.
Mark, how come you didn't do a show this past week?
Keegan had a gig in, I don't know, but he had a big gig, and
Thanks for keeping it vague.
I don't know. Like it's a matter of my comfort level with having a guest host. Like listen, we've had on Pig Vomit as a guest host, we've had on Monty, and they did a fine job. But
wait, the Pig Vomit,
like from the Howard Stern movie?
No, our Pig Vomit is named in honor of that one.
Okay.
It's my old boss from many years ago. He helps us sometimes like track guests down and whatnot. So we call him Pig Vomit, and so he gets hosted once, and Monty.
Just feels
you know what? Like I like doing the show with Mike. You know what I mean? Like that's my guy. So
And Monty's also guest hosted?
It's the only two guest hosts we've ever had have been Pig Vomit and Monty, and that's been that. Nothing else.
You deserve all the awards for putting up with Mike Keegan on a weekly basis.
Well, I keep it very limited. His tasks are limited. It's basically the show starts at 9. Be here at 8:59. That's
right.
really it.
Don't make any eye contact with me during the show.
And Tony, would you say he's done a good job of just about walking that line of being there just when the show starts every week?
Yeah, it's usually 8:50, anywhere from 8:57 to 8:59. Yes.
He's doing better than me. I get here at 11:02.
Well, that's true. Look, Rosie shows up at 11:02, so Mike's got her beat.
But listen, when you look like Rosie, you can show whatever you want.
Whoa, Mark David Hirschman, Valley Stream's 18th most famous comedian.
Yeah, but I think it's easier to get kisses out of Keegan than I've had trying to get out of Rosie.
Listen, you give that kid a thimble of vodka, he'll kiss you whatever you want.
Don't I know it?
That is the lush of all lushes, that kid.
Who, by the way, is playing here in the Giggle Room tonight?
He is, and
he's there right now, pass out on the stage.
Him and I performed on Sunday together. We had a great show at Packed Out Governors last Sunday, and it was just phenomenal. I love working with Mike, and I don't do comedy often, so I pick my spots. But this was a humdinger, this one, Tony, and we missed you. I know that you were going to try to make it, but you had something to take care of.
Well, I actually, Rosie and I were talking about it earlier. Yeah, I was injured, and I unfortunately couldn't. I was planning on being here, but I had to.
He got headbutted in a men's room.
What the hell? That's the most Tony Walker story I've ever heard. Yeah, so here I am trying to pee, and some guy's like, "Oh, I know you from Knockem Dead Radio. How about Knockem this?" Boom.
Knock him in the head.
Stop hanging up on me when I call.
Wouldn't it be ironic if the creator and the host of Knockem Dead actually got knocked and dead? Knockem dead.
Was that the biannual or triannual Mark David Hirschman comedy appearance last Sunday?
No, it's
He's
funny.
good until Christmas, at least.
I performed around the New Year. It's definitely multiple times a year still, not like it used to be where it was pretty frequent.
Right.
But this one was important to me. Friends of mine were looking to raise money for some softball thing. I don't know. So
well, as long as you have all the facts.
Yeah,
it's very important.
Something with a softball.
It's like I'm doing a show tomorrow night. I'm like, I think it's raising money for softball or somebody who needs to go to college. I don't remember.
Some kid.
Now, Tony, did you cover the circumstances of your injury, or you've not gone there yet?
No, I've given Monday, and then just a little while ago with Rosie, I went through the whole incident. Yeah.
Well, you look fine.
Because only Mike and I, of course, after we grieved the situation for about 30 seconds, we laughed for about 45 minutes. So we were wondering if at some point we can use it, because we'll have a fucking field day with it.
Oh, I figured this Tuesday. Well, I don't know if you were doing it with Sarah in the studio.
No.
But I figured the next week that it was. I'm like, I've already prepared myself for a little ribbing from the Hershey and the
Wow,
Geeks.
Tony Walker, you're that murder mystery guy. Slam. Okay, here's your next murder mystery. Who hit you in the freaking head?
Matt Sarah is getting his own episode, and Tony being pulverized is getting his own episode.
I think Tony rammed his own head into a door just so he didn't have to come to the show. What am I supposed to do tonight? I'm going to see Hirschman do comedy?
Right.
I can't do it. Her and Keegan? No, just end it.
I listen. Tony knows that I'm very humble when it comes to stand up, and I have to tell you that I was very pleased. I did about 7 minutes of new stuff, but and then I did like 5 or 7 minutes of old stuff. But I was so pleased. And Joe, you did new stuff in like 2011. How gratifying it is to do new stuff and have it go well. So you remember that, right?
I think that was a joke that didn't quite hit, but I appreciate that. But no, I honestly, I don't remember the last time I performed with you, and I would love if it happened again. All seriousness.
That's nice.
It will happen. It definitely will happen.
We'll do a
I performed with
fundraiser
Tony,
for I don't know, the Valley Stream Chamber of Commerce or something.
Yeah, just find someone sick and we'll do it.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Oh, we'll raise money for Tony's head.
He would love that. He would love that bookstore.
Yeah, we got to get you to this bookstore, man. Great.
We guys,
work. You can warm up for your next show in 6 months.
Were you guys classmates at Valley Stream?
No, Mark's a bit older than me.
Oh, okay. I don't even know. How old are you?
Don't worry about
it.
Wait, tell me about this bookstore.
That's where I met Joe. We were both on a used bookstore.
Used books.
A used book
Is that what
store.
Yeah, I guess you do call it that.
Place, and it was something. It was something.
was
else.
like-
Where is that? I've seen pictures of that, actually. Where is that gig?
Northport, East Northport. It's right by Samantha's Little Bit of Heaven, another comedy.
God.
Mecca.
The House of Hypocrites, that place. Please.
Whoa, hey, she listens to the show. Probably not. She'd be going nuts with the
Oh
pretzels
my God,
right now.
she would be shaking.
It's all you can hear.
Like, forget it.
Do you know?
These
Hold on a
pretzels are
minute.
making me thirsty.
Can I just tell you that whenever Hap tells me that he's going to do time at the Samantha's Little Bit of Heaven, I send him like 3 or 4 horrifically foul and vile jokes that I asked him to do there, and he still won't.
That's where I first met him like 15 years ago. I can't believe he's still doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? They do it once in a while, right? Tony, have you ever done it, by the way, or no?
No.
You should do a murder mystery there.
I could do that.
I don't know. And you know what? It's amazing because I felt like I know Eric's act so well, and then to watch it transition into squeaky clean, the exact same thing, but to just change it was impressive to see somebody get as many laughs by changing just the wording or taking certain things out. It was
fellatio.
Yeah, but he changed fellatio.
Horatio!
He just yells out on stage while he's there. He doesn't, but he says it in such a way that you can't quite tell what he's saying. Only real ones know.
That's so true. That's so true. Well, I'm going into the barbershop to make my pretty face look even prettier.
Nice.
So
Likely
I wish
story.
you guys well. And Joe, very nice to hear your voice. It's been a while. And Tony, I'm glad that you're not dead. And Rosie, I'm glad that you're recouping from the fire, and everything seems to be going in the right direction.
Thank you.
Thank you, pal.
And I'll see you on the 6th on your podcast.
I cannot wait.
Yay.
It's gonna be terrific. We're gonna have a blast.
Yes.
Very good.
Very nice.
All
Thanks
right,
for the
folks.
call.
Enjoy
And
the rest of your show.
Enjoy the
Thank
weekend.
you, pal. See ya.
Wow,
Happy
so
Easter.
so
Take
we're
care. Bye now.
so we're all going through it. Dental work, building burned down, probably banged his own head against the wall. He got to go into a comedy show.
A lot of stuff going on here. So tonight, if you're not doing anything and you want to laugh, or maybe not laugh, we'll see. You can go to Austin Boulevard, and doors open at 7, and the show starts just after 8. And this fine-looking young man has his team of comics coming with Chris Roach headlining and the very funny Sean Brown on the ticket as well.
Oh, yeah.
And a few others.
We
Who
lost
else?
a lot of comics for the show. Cara Moore, former Long Island comedian, making her return tonight. It's also her birthday, apparently.
Oh, happy birthday to her.
birthday
So
show.
she lives in Connecticut now. But
I didn't know that.
I met her when I started, and she got me some of my first, big shows. One was like a fundraiser at the brokerage, I remember. This was so long ago. These guys didn't even own those clubs back then.
Yeah.
It was the old owner. And then she also used to book a show at a Starbucks in Westbury.
Whoa.
where the only people would come would be like my dad and a couple of my friends, and then just people having coffee who just wanted to be left alone but were kind of polite. But it got me my first credit in comedy. The New York Times wrote an article about terrible shows on Long Island, and they picked the Starbucks show in Westbury. I still have the article somewhere, and it's Mr. Pontillo riffed on living with his parents and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, that Starbucks burned down. Same people who did Rosie's.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I used to go there.
Oh, yeah.
And who else
there
we
seems
got?
to be a theme there. Yeah.
Brad Bruckner and Sean Kearns is hosting.
Oh, nice.
Sean.
Yeah,
Sean is awesome.
Last minute edition. I've actually never met him in person.
Oh, he's awesome.
I did
He's
a
great.
show with him in Nyack.
Oh, okay. Was that the infamous John Butera?
Yes, he does a funny bit about going to Disney, which is entertaining.
I found one joke of his on Instagram. It was about Luigi Mangione, and I laughed, so I was like, he's in.
Nice. No, Sean's
no,
great.
he's a nice guy too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I went to high school
Patrick Dunn recommended him. I normally
okay.
wouldn't trust Patrick Dunn, but I was kind of desperate.
How do you trust that man?
I don't know. Well, I asked him to host, and he was like, no. I'll do a spot,
no,
though.
no,
And I'm like,
no,
I don't
no.
want a spot. I need a host.
He's a good host.
I know he is, but he was against hosting. So.
Oh, that's weird.
He's a good host, and
Yeah.
I met his fiance last time I did a show.
She's nice.
She's so nice.
Yeah.
I think he brought her last time. Yeah. So he's a good egg.
I went to high school with Sean's parents.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
They went to high school together. They were like high school sweethearts.
Yes.
One of them just kept getting left back.
Actually, his mom graduated early. She was a year behind me, but then she ended up graduating with my class. So, yeah, if Sean is smart, that's where he gets it from.
I didn't say smart. I said kind of funny.
Kind of funny.
Nice Disney
Come on,
joke.
he's a guy from Long Island. No, sorry.
But of course, so we mentioned the show, but of course I have to push governors. So tonight, Mike Keegan Mike Keegan and Friends in the Giggle Room. Tyler Noble's a part of that. Hugh Van Well. Carla, I think, is hosting.
Wow, how'd that happen?
They know each other?
Carla and Mike are
Carla and Keegan know they know each other.
You would never believe that.
What's going on here? What did you do?
What did I do?
I don't know. There's like wires
I have this on because I was listening to Mark, and then I forgot to take them off.
It's not even plugged in. You couldn't even hear it. I think Tony was just looking for an excuse to touch you, but
pretty much.
What is this?
He's like, I have a hair. Did you shave my head? I'm like, what?
Yeah, we did that.
Are you wearing a shirt?
We did that once. I had to shave my head here on the show.
Do you know that he took off his clothes in here and put on a pair of governor's underwear? And
She
his
begged
nuts
me to.
popped out on the
Are
left.
they still selling those?
There's only one pair left, and
One-
guess who got them?
And then what did she do with them? She
I
gave
let
them to me
him
to
on.
put
Set them
on
on
for
fire.
I did set them on fire, too.
She couldn't stop looking at me.
Who's headlining here this weekend?
Who is Eric Eaton is here tonight? I don't think he's here tomorrow. Oh, I think Gooch. I think Tommy Gooch is here.
Tommy Gooch.
He's headlining one night this weekend, and Eric Eaton is headlining. I think Eric Eaton is here tonight, and then Gooch is tomorrow. I think
He's been preemptively fired.
Eric Tartaglione is playing one of the clubs this weekend.
Legendary.
Love Eric.
He's doing a Beckett show.
He's actually
with
in the
wires.
parking lot.
Oh
right?
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
He's actually in the parking lot
I know all
pacing
this
right
stuff
now.
and you don't.
Welly Jackson is playing this weekend. Nico White is out at McGuire's.
Nico White.
I
Hell
don't know
yeah.
Nico.
The brokerage.
I haven't seen him in years. Good
The
guy.
brokerage tonight. They're doing a late show, an open mic.
Oh, is it Sean Brown's? Is he coming here after?
Probably.
You did not have to mention that.
Probably. And what are the best way to find the latest on Joe Pontillo.
Right
Joe
here.
Pontillo.
You're watching it. You learned everything. JoePontillo.com for shows and a smattering of pictures. Follow me on Instagram at Pontillogram, as well as TikTok, and subscribe on YouTube. Eventually, I'll do another Joe Pontillo show.
Yes, I want to be on your
And
Pontillo show.
Done. And maybe I've got a pilot now for Pontillo and Associates in the works. So.
Nice. I say it
Good
every
for
time.
you.
Every time you hear, I say it. Hank is Evil was hilarious. I loved it.
Well, Pontillo and Associates sort of didn't spawn out of that universe, but they did have like a crossover thing.
You had the mayor come in
2020, yes, and that got into some festivals too.
Nice.
But then from there, I just kind of focused entirely on Pontillo and Associates because it's me. Because I think the one a lot of people always were like, "Hey, the Hank stuff is funny, but like you're barely in it." And I go, "Yeah."
Yeah, why was that?
Well, because I had to film most of it because my friend who used to do the filming played Hank. So, you know.
That's a moneymaker right there, man.
I see what happened.
Yes.
Ego.
Eventually,
Ego.
I don't.
I followed. The one had the camera, then the other one had to go in front of the camera. They had to,
And
like,
somebody did the editing, and at a certain point, I was like, I could do all of this myself.
I don't need you, Hank.
Yes, minus the, filming my own specials.
When I stare at you like that, it's because I'm thinking about something.
There you are.
So I'm inviting you both now. I am
All three of
going
us.
to be the principal in the musical Grease this summer.
Oh, my God.
Where?
At the something theater in Islip, the Bay something.
Oh, the Bayway.
Yeah.
I'm actually performing in Grease 2, the musical, which
That's my favorite movie. It's actually better than
which
the
is
original.
only showing in
Grease 2?
Staten Island during the month of August. But 300 shows.
But
That's very exciting.
no ordinary boy. No
Grease 2 is
ordinary
better
boy's
than
gonna
Grease?
do. I wanna ride in that
The one with
school.
Adrian Zmed?
That's me. I'm doing Grease 2. She's doing the original,
I'm
the
doing
good
the
one.
Right. No, I got that.
Yeah.
But I heard you say Grease 2 is better
I do
than...
love Grease 2. I grew
No.
up on Grease 2.
No.
I love it. When you think about Grease, this girl had to
That's why I brought Joe in.
She had
I
to
thought about Grease.
slut it up.
Leather
She had to
jacket.
slut it up to get this guy. And he was a real piece of shit when you think about it, with a bunch of piece of shit douchebag friends.
Yeah.
And her friends were no better. They're like, right? But in Grease 2,
They're all
Right?
friends?
no. He was
I
like,
honestly tried to not watch
in
these
Grease
movies.
I have
2,
no
he
idea.
was like a Brit, and he was proper, and she was kind of like, and it was like the nice guy got the girl.
And
They
that's
should-
why everyone hates it, because
Right.
people hate when the nice guy wins.
They should have grabbed Olivia Newton-John from Grease 1. Now Michelle Pfeiffer is in Grease 2. They should have put them together. That I would watch. Even now, with Olivia Newton-John dead, I would still watch that.
Wow. My
God.
sister would watch Grease all the time when we were kids, and I was like, why? I hate this.
Yeah, I never
but
got
the
it.
song slaps. Grease is the word. Mm-hmm. Love that song.
Who wrote it?
Soundtrack of my life.
wrote
John
it?
Travolta. I don't know.
Barry Gibb wrote it. There's
Who?
your little... Barry Gibb, the Bee Gees.
Barry Gibb, the legend. Oh, Barry Gibb.
That's it.
He's headlining here in 2 weeks.
I did High School Musical once, and I hated it. I had to play the father. Hated it. Oh, hated every second of it.
And that
But
day
anyway,
you
that's
were
cool.
like, I'm gonna only do murder mysteries going forward.
That's right.
Or play Hop Along Tony at
Hop
the
Along
farm.
Cassidy.
You still do the farm thing?
I still do the farm thing.
That was very terrifying when I was there with my family.
I loved it.
And of
Your
course-
father was the nicest man. I sat and talked to him for a few minutes.
You took time away from entertaining kids to be like, I got to talk to Joe Pontillo's father.
Yes, that's exactly what I did. He was the nicest
That's
guy.
what my family does to people.
I was a little shocked. This nice family walking by, and then all of a sudden there's Joe.
Well, because before we went there, I was like, I think I'm going to know somebody here that's working. And then you were there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and it's this freaking guy.
Well,
and then you mentioned something, and my dad was like, oh, he really does know you. I'm like, what'd you think? I made that up? What'd you think I was talking about? The giraffe that's not here? Really annoyed the giraffe wasn't there.
But see, but that's you have to work at White Post Farms. That's the preamble to greatness. Because Monty worked there, Chris Roach worked. That's the first time I ever met Roach.
I got
he
asked to
worked
do
there.
some fill-in
What about
stuff
Rich
there.
Walker?
Rich Walker
you always
worked there.
You like to forget about my Rich.
Well, because I told you why.
Because he's not really a
He's
Walker.
not really a Walker. He stole the
He's
name.
Walkowitch.
Oh, yeah, he has a very long, secretive last name.
That's right. But yeah, he. But yeah, no, him too. He was there for a long. He was there for almost 20 years.
Well, let me tell you, Chris Monty, not his real name.
That's true.
Not even Chris. Chris is a fake name.
Oh, I thought that was his real name.
His real name is Giovanni. No.
Is Joe Pontillo your real name?
It is, yes.
What's your middle name?
I'm one of the... Leo.
Leo?
Yeah. My grandpa.
Oh, okay.
Who was born in
That
1916. So they named people Leonardo in those days.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about middle
So you're
names.
Joseph Leonardo Pontillo?
Just Leo. He was just a Leo. If nobody called him Leonardo, he would flip out.
Joseph Leo Pontillo.
I can't have that.
No.
I've seen Leonardo's flip out.
The Ninja Turtle?
You got it. You're not.
All right, it's time for us to go.
Thank you.
Yeah, go see Joe.
Come see me.
Joe is great. Go see Rosie when she's back up
Maybe
in
I'll
May.
be here sometime.
I'm in a giggle
in the
room
next
May
2
3rd,
years.
and then-
I hope you are. We actually talked about that before you got here, too. Dan LaRocco and you. There should be more
You
of you
should
two
do a
here.
show in the Giggle Room, or whatever it's called now.
It's called the Giggle
and,
Room.
book me in it. My first special was in that room. I don't even think they knew I was shooting my special. I just kind of did it.
All right, I am actually looking to do something in the fall in there, so I'll throw you. I'll throw both of you. How about that?
I would love that.
Yeah,
That'd
not
be
on the
cool.
show. He'll just throw
Yeah,
us.
right, just throw you.
Out of the way. Throw us
Get out of the way. I got
for
other
better
comedians.
comics.
Oh, Bosie's watching. Have a healthy Easter. Hide and go find Jesus.
Thank you. I was planning on doing that.
Thanks, Jeff.
We'll see you at Samantha's Little Bit of Heaven,
No, he's not allowed in
where
there.
Jesus is hiding.
Bosie does not allow.
Oh,
Bosie
Jeff Bosie.
Dude,
Hi, Jeff
when
Bosie.
Jeff Bosie and I go anywhere near like Samantha's Little Bit of Heaven, like skin starts to bubble. And they're like, you should get it the fuck out.
You start to hear that like serious organ music playing.
Yeah. It's like it becomes a haunted house. In Adventureland when we were kids, like the trees, like
Lightning strikes. Go to govs.com, check out their full schedule, and go to some great comedy shows. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com. We got some shows next week. Next Saturday, we'll be in Freehold, New Jersey. So if anybody's in that area, come see us. knockemdeadcomedy.com. Govs.com, and that's it.
Stay away from it, Tony, if you see him in the bathroom.
That's right. Or just smack my head. We'll see you Monday. Coffee with the Dog at 9 a.m. I'll be in here with Tyler Noble and Jeff Skelsey and Pajama Lady on Monday morning. And, yeah, that's it. So everybody have a great Easter.
Is that who I saw in the parking lot?
Happy
Pajama Lady?
Yeah, Pajama Lady. Probably, yes.
nice callback.
What a bacon, egg, and cheese!
Pontillo,
It all
the
comes
callback.
Nice. All right, everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys on Monday. See ya.